Hello and welcome to Awakenings. That was a bit of Golden Sun by Thunderbeat, amazing shaman and artist. Actually won the award in 2008 for New Native American Music. I'm your host, Michele, and you've tuned in or surfed into Awakenings, one of the places for the converging flow. Awakenings is an interactive live internet radio program that focuses on grounding the spiritual process of awakening. Here we explore the challenges in this process and offer suggestions, laughter, guidance. This is a place for insight, inspiration, upliftment, and to get a handle on how to map this terrain of individual and collective transition and change that comprises the awakenings that we're all a part of personally and collectively. It's about waking up to the truth of who you are, seeking and being open to what is seeking to emerge through you as you, and going out and sharing this in the world. And that's really what we do here. And we also have a lot of fun. Those of you that would like to listen by phone, you can call in 347-539-5122, and that's 347-539-5122. All right, there we go. 509-895, you're on the air with Awakenings and Gregg Braden.
Thank you so much, Michele. Greg, it's just a great honor to hear you and, of course, to be able to speak with you today. You answered the first part of what I called in of just now, with realizing that humans are connected to the field and humans do influence the field, the electromagnetic field. Since we know that scientifically, what if the event that comes out of left field that we're not considering, what if you get 6 billion people consciously aware and emanating and resonating the field and the vibration that causes these shifts in electromagnetism to occur in the twinkling of an eye, in an instant? What if that is the critical mass? What if that is the event? It's not coming from outside. What if it's coming from within?
It's a great question, and it actually is the subject of many of the mystical texts. Because, you know, as many prophecies and predictions as there are, and as frightening as many of them are, whether we're talking about Nostradamus, Casey, the Hopi prophecies, the Navajo prophecies, the Andean prophecies, Tibetan prophecies, when people write about them, they often focus on the frightening negatives, and they are there. However, if you look at the prophecies in their entirety, they also say that just the opposite of all of those things are possible, that we have the opportunity to enter this era of unprecedented peace, cooperation, sustainable living, extended lifespans, all of those things. But what's so interesting to me is every single one of those prophecies, as much as they're cited, the piece that is overlooked, in my opinion, is that not one of them, not one single, even the biblical prophecies, when you read the translations before the edits and read them in their entirety, excuse me, they all say that they cannot give us the outcome for the end of this cycle. They can't tell us how our 2012 cycle ends, because we're writing the ending while we're living the conditions.
Exactly.
And the opportunity is, it sounds almost like a science fiction novel. It sounds like the story of a planet and the people of that planet on a journey that began so long ago that no one remembers how it began or even really why we're here. And at the end of the journey, the people of the planet learn the only way to survive their journey is by everyone coming and working together in a way that's very different than what they've ever done before. And so the beauty, and the thing I'd like to add to that is, to everything you said that I agree with, is that what the studies are showing is that the heart-based language that speaks to the magnetic fields of the earth is such a potent language that a relatively few number of people can learn that language clearly, and the whole benefits from it. So not all 6 billion people have to do it, and we can't, because not all 6 billion people have the luxury to be on the phone and the radio and the computer like we are today. Some of them are just trying to get through the end of the day to live.
But I tell you, Greg, it seems like it seems like people are starting to realize inside that they are all words of a living book, and that what they think happens, and that even the person working on the dock, even internally, they're starting to see it and feel it inside themselves, so they don't even have to be listening to guys like us on the radio. But it's just such a great honor to hear you and speak with you today. I'll go back to the chat and listening, and thanks for answering my question.
Well, your communication came through on my phone really well, and I want to say it's an honor for me to be here, and I want to thank you for all of your work and the clarity of your question. You obviously, that question reflects some really deep understanding and insights, and I appreciate the work that's led you to that place.
It comes from reading books like The Divine Matrix. Doing our homework, as we say.
Yeah,
well, that means we did our work well together then.
Yes, and if I may, he hosts a wonderful show here, also called Aware Talk Radio. So he's walking his talk.
Cool. Okay.
Great to connect, Chad.